This presentation is mostly for families who are part of having students who are multilingual and also multilingual educators as well, and educators who support multilingualism in schools. My name is Sophia Ramirez, and I've created this toolkit because of four main reasons as to why multilingualism is important and why people should know more about multilingualism. Dual language learner supports and strategies we have created for children who are multilingual will create better multilingual programs. So basically, what is meant by that is more culturally responsive and inclusive multilingual programs that help with understanding their own cultural upbringings helps multilingual programs stay in business. These children who are in these multilingual programs get to have the opportunity as they grow older within the program to interact with other people who might speak the same cultural language as them. The main goal that comes from these two reasons is it supports multilingual children through these cultural practices, and it's the reason why every single educator, family member who's part of a student that's multilingual should care about multilingualism programs being available to students in every single district, in every single school. The different types of bilingualism seen within children is sequential bilingualism, which is when a child learns one language first and then moves on to another language when they're ready to do so. Simultaneous bilingualism, which is when prior to age 3, a child is exposed to one or more language. Receptive bilingualism, on the other hand, means a child learning two or more languages but has few opportunities to speak one of those languages. Additive bilingualism is when the second language is learned and it adds on to the child's first language. So, for example, let's say this child speaks Spanish but also English. The Spanish basically adds on to the child's English language, and they kind of work simultaneously together. And he uses that as a way of communication, simultaneously speaking. Subtractive bilingualism is when the second language is learned, but it's at the expense of the first language. So it would be at the expense of, let's say, a child that speaks Spanish. Of course, language loss can be possible, which means that the child might lose the ability to speak Spanish. So it's not really the most effective method of bilingualism, unfortunately. You might be asking yourself, why does children being multilingual matter to their school experience? It matters because multilingualism helps children's brain develop flexible thinking skills and makes problem solving skills even stronger as compared to children who are not multilingual. It also helps emphasize the consistent exposure, positive attitudes, and culture connections to their culture and their peers' cultures as well, which is a form of othering with peers. So it actually helps them in their social skills exponentially. And that's why it's so important. How can families and educators foster these positive benefits that happen within multilingual children? From an educator's perspective, encouraging students to use their home language in the classroom without shaming them helps foster a sense of belonging towards their home language. Grouping together students that speak the same language to encourage othering within peers is very helpful. Using English in their language when they feel comfortable or when they want to transition is very, very, very beneficial as well. And of course, when you're observing students who are using this strategy of translanguaging and you're seeing them communicating with each other, let it happen and don't interfere. Don't try to stop it or tell them speak English. For families, it's very important for when they go home to foster this sense of translanguaging. And if they want to speak in English and not their native language, let them do that. I would say that is the one main thing that families can do in the home, in the home environment. All the documents that I used for anyone to look at and share with other families and multilingual educators is are available for you to share with anybody who you think would benefit from this information. Now let's connect and reflect in the comment section of this video. Did anything I say during the presentation stand out to you or connect with you in some way? How did it connect with you? Have you already learned about anything I talked about, like translanguaging, multilingualism? Is there anything you would like me to clarify? Anything you would like me to speak more about? What questions do you still have about multilingualism that I can answer? Let me know in the comments section and I'll answer your questions there. Talk with each other if you wish to do so. You don't have to, but if you want to. And lastly, thank you for listening. I appreciate your time.